Oh man, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's jumped upon the Sly Guy train. They've gone, all the other podcasts are boring, stop touching that.
Sorry.
And they want to get something funny. God forgive me for thinking that a comedy podcast should be fun. A bit of funniness. God forgive me that yous are turning up for this for lifestyle hacks from a bunch of fucking morons. Welcome to a comedy podcast that's funny. How about that? And you know who's funny? I'll tell you who's funny. Fanula, Taylor, Lark, Shane and Cheyenne, they're funny because they all subscribe to the Patreon this week, patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast, because they want to see more funny comedy. That's what they want to. And if you don't want to be paying whatever £2 because you're a full tramp, you can just hit follow on Spotify or subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast, because that does help. That helps us spread. What's my message? People are like, well, podcasters always have messages. My message is, let's just have a bit of fun. What about that? Is that too much to ask for? And what's more fun than getting not only one of my favourite comedians, but one of my favourite friends on the podcast? And he's a funny guy, and he just wants to bring funny, don't you? Alan Irwin, everybody, welcome. I was getting a wee bit ranty there in the end, and that's not what I'm about. I'm wearing a hat too, because you know what? I'm all talking about being a genuine comedian, yet I'm wearing merch, I'm flogging everything. I'm a disgrace. I'm a puppet. Welcome to the show, are you alright? Gary, can I have my hat back? Because genuinely I do appreciate the merch and stuff.
Am I now on camera?
You're on camera.
I thought you were doing an ad read. Okay.
No, well, you're not anymore because Gary's head's in front of it, but don't worry, it's all good. Sorry.
Well, before you made him get up and get your own fucking hat.
I can't, because then I'll ruin everything, because I'm in that kind of mood. I'll punch cameras. You know?
I'm so pleased to be here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so glad that I got out of my sick bed to come here to be abused by
you know what I always say? What do you do? What's the first thing you do when you wake up? And don't say pull the wire yourself, because it's not that.
No, I'm not a morning guy. No. I'm a let's make sure I get to sleep kind of guy.
Oh right, I thought you meant like you're just gonna do completely flip the script and just do. I am a pre-lunch.
Who's that is, you know, because you're like, if you said to somebody, oh, you know, I like to wank just before my lunch, and you go, oh, do you work night shift? No, I work in an office.
I just like to work up a bit of an appetite, you know. Nothing makes a cheese and ham toasty go down better than a wee ejaculate.
By that point, all the kilojoules from your breakfast are in your dick.
Oh wow, is that a thing? Is that how you? Mine go to my...
I haven't done a podcast in a while, Dave. I feel like it's already gone a bit weird.
Mine go to my bum, I think, my food. No, do you shit out your dick? Is this a world exclusive?
I've shit out my dick, come at me. Anyway, sorry to your listeners. They can probably hear my voice. I'm quite sick.
Do you know,
we had to rearrange this.
Yes, don't even start me on that. But I would say, just if you're coming out your eyes, I guarantee there'd be people in Peru would be like, look at this guy. He comes from his eye, like, you know, in the Virgin Mary statue.
What's going on?
Look, yeah, there's a big Cork community in Peru. A lot of Paddington fans. That's why the Marmalade sandwich made it to Paddington.
Hold on, I like that you had a lot of Paddington fans from Cork. Like, it's the most British fucking thing.
In Peru.
Yeah, I know where Paddington's from, but why would those people be from Cork?
Because the Corkians go to Peru and they brought the Marmalade sandwiches, so that's, you know.
Do you like a Marmalade? I don't like Marmalade at all.
You know what? I stopped eating marmalade when my granny died.
Why did you? No, I'm not going to say that.
No, because
she feed it to you like a bird, Thanks, Nanny.
She used to make me wee marmalades on toast, and she died.
No, she used to put marmalade on toast. She didn't make you wee marmalade, which makes it sound like a small bird.
She put a wee bit of marmalade on a toast for me.
Do you know, I know what you mean. There are things your granny makes you. Like, my granny used to make mock crab. You know mock crab? So mock crab is it's tomato, egg and onion.
Okay.
But mixed so it goes like a pinky colour so it looks like crab. And it's fucking lovely in a sandwich. But every time I've tried to make it since, the onion just overpowers everything. I
cry. And it's not because of the onion, it's from memory.
From my granny?
Yeah. Like, she used to make me the marmalade with the bits in it. And that was...
Oh, with the peel?
The peel and all, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was her, and she made me a cup of tea, and since she passed, I've not touched it. And I don't know if I could. Don't know how to treat me.
Did she do... see, because marmalade's always, like, it's citrus, isn't it? So it's you get, like, orange marmalade, you get lime marmalade. Like, what would you partial to?
Always orange marmalade.
Right, here, if you want a halfway house, you know what I've got really into? Is a Calippo.
A Calippo?
Yeah.
Oh, what is
The
that?
Calippo lime is...
And that's after your lunch and wank. Yeah, we
Oh,
Calippo.
it actually is a recept. No, I put that over my neck. I use it as a prophylactic.
Oh, speaking of, like when you came in here, we spare no expense on this. By the way, an independent podcast. Just want to point that out. A lot of podcasts don't have massive teams behind them, and they do their very best. But on this podcast, we do provide refreshments, and by that I mean a bottle of water to the guests.
No, often you'll provide me a cup of tea, but you didn't even offer this morning.
No, because
even though I'm sick.
Because but that was the thing that I thought probably.
I didn't want one, but it's not the point.
Yeah, but time was of an essence. You were a wee bit late, so we had to get straight into
it. I was 1 minute late.
Well, listen, what's 1
minute?
I know. Okay,
late? Before I had to go and have a sick man's poo before.
Yeah.
You know how quick that was?
Yes,
it was just
because we did think we're like either that's you're sorting something on your phone or it's a quick poo.
It was pre-lunch. I'm sorting something out with myself.
Well, yeah. So you're doing a big shit out your dick as we've established.
No, you know that sick man poo. You just go. I need to poo 10 times a day, but each poo takes like 12 seconds.
Oh no, my poo's always I draw them out like it's a thing.
I do too, but not when I'm sick.
Yeah. Well, no, if I was in a
rush,
nothing
to draw out.
If I was in a rush to do before a podcast, I would get one out quickly. Like, but it's well done anyway. But my point is,
wipe.
I know.
I did wipe.
I could smell. I noticed that I offered you a nice bottle of water. Now I don't want to say the brand because still that's the one thing I want in this podcast.
I know. I did notice that the label was still on the bottle. Would you take that off?
I feel like these guys have made it very difficult to get off.
That's
so
probably deliberate because they saw your podcast and went, "Not us, not us, Dave."
Well, you know what, guys, which I won't name, but you aren't stupid. If you want to sponsor the pod, you can do it. But I offered you the bottle of water and you said no because you have brought your own receptacle with you. Nice. And by the way, just on us before we get into that, very nice Van Gogh socks.
Thank you. They were a Christmas present from my ex. They're not Christmas present, birthday present. Yeah, she got me. There's like a series of 5. So it's got the Scream, and you do that one with the Japanese one with the waves.
Yes.
And the Mona Lisa and something else. And they're nice. They're
very nice. You have a lot going on at your foot. Very plain upper body and legs.
Well, that's what I do. That's my one act of rebellion, you know. Yeah. And really just I opened the wardrobe and these were the shoes that I saw first.
And your toenails are painted and you've got a Prince Albert.
I was literally about to say that I'm a Prince Albert.
Guys, sorry to butt in real quick, but if you're watching this video, you're probably looking at it going, Davey's looking powerful. Well, if you're listening to it, you might think maybe his voice sounds a little bit healthier. That is because I am being healthier. I'm being a healthy boy, and I'm doing it with the support of Omnia Wellness. I've tried everything over the years, and I always end up falling off the wagon and turning myself into a big unhealthy lump. But not anymore, because Omnia Wellness have got my back. Omnia Wellness, our health and well-being company that will support you for all your health, well-being, and fitness and weight loss goals. Now, for me personally, I'm on the Manjaro because people are like, oh, could you not eat less? Obviously not. But Omnia are here and they are supporting me from the very first consultation right through to the very day. There has been a real personal one-to-one connection with them. Anytime I've had any queries, they're just one text away, and I have found it to be an incredible experience. From the consultation right through to the regular checkups, you always have support right there, whether it's with nutrition plans, PT services, or just general queries that you may have. Omnia always have your back, and it makes your health and well-being journey so much more easier. It makes your health and well-being journey so much more attainable, and you just really believe you can do it. So if you want to check out what Omnia have, visit their website, www.omniawellness.co.uk. and check out all the range of services that they provide. And if you think to yourself, oh, that tickles my pickle, and you're looking at a wee discount code, pump in the old code SLYGUY 20%. That's SLYGUY 20%. You can see it's here, it's between my hands. Check it out and get working with them now because they're brilliant. And again, I could just tell you that they're great because you're like, oh, this is not. I genuinely mean it. I don't plug just any old rubbish. And not only am I saying they're CQC regulated, so you know it's legit. So go to www.omniawellness.co.uk today and waste no more time. Feel great about yourself like I feel great about myself physically. I mean, the head's away, but we'll not worry about that. Now, by the way, what is it? Is it maybe like...
Can I say the brand? Is it?
Yeah, well, just listen, work away.
This is Noerden.
Let me see it. Noerden.
So basically, as part of my new year, new me, oh my God, girls, I'm trying to, be healthier, drink a lot more water. But I'm very bad at remembering to drink water. So this like, let's see if I can get it to light up. Will it light up?
Oh no, it's really. No,
oh look, yeah. So like, well, that tells me that it's now cleaning itself. It's got a UV, and also so it flashes maybe every half hour to be like, you need to take a drink of this. It's quite good.
But what happens if
it keeps it cold for like a week?
Oh, nice.
So
Well, what happens if it's out of sight, out of mind? You just not see the light.
Well, also what sometimes happens is I just go to bed and forget to switch it off, and then I'm
Yeah.
awakened by a blinding light in the middle of the night going, oh my god, the aliens have finally come for me.
And at last, and so, did you buy that for yourself, or did you?
Yeah, do you want to
I
hold
want to
it?
have a look. Yeah, so, I mean, there's not a lot of volume in that. Is that part of it? Is it trying to just make you top it up?
I think the topping up, well, you're more inclined, aren't you, when it's that size to go, I'll just finish this off.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, for a drink bottle, it is quite small, but for other things, it would be quite substantial. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like a
yes,
pepper
Dave, you're
grinder.
correct that if I put that up my bum.
No, I mean, like as a pepper grinder, like it was.
Yeah, sure you do.
It would be, yeah. And so you charge this up and everything, and
But a charge lasts you know.
I feel like you're being spoofed a bit. Like
Probably.
it cleans itself.
Yeah.
So when you say it cleans
Like
itself,
a cat.
right? But what happens if you have bits of shit on it?
Well,
not
I mean,
actual shit.
that's different, isn't it? It's like, you know, the 10-second rule if you drop something on the floor.
Yes.
Obviously, if you lift it and there's dog shit on it, the 10-second rule no longer applies. But if there's no if there's no chunks in your water bottle, it'll clean itself.
But then what is the cleaning process? I believe that's a.
UV light does clean. And also, it's like invaluable to crime scene investigators.
Yeah, that's true.
It's got a lot of purposes.
That would ruin your lunch, so you don't even.
Yeah. Oh no, when nobody's doing now.
Yeah, oh, it's this wee fake crab mince.
I actually
whatever.
call my penis the pepper grinder
Nice.
because I exclusively masturbate. It's fucking.
I know it's early in the day.
It's
for
half
that.
10 in the morning. Like,
Yeah, I call my penis the appendix because it's
'cause
not
useless
really
and it's really
necessary.
tiny and small.
Yeah,
And was more use whenever we were hunter gatherers.
correct. And I would like to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'd like to be-
you're not the only one.
I'd like to be a eunuch.
Would you?
Yeah, why not?
Eunuchs often have penises, though. It's the balls that usually go. Some of them are full,
But
penis as
now,
well. But
this is my number one acting role and dream is to be the eunuch maker in a dramatization of the eunuch maker. Have you seen the eunuch maker? Gary, can you get me up the story of the eunuch maker and get a photo of him because
hold
that's
on, the eunuch maker.
the eunuch maker. Yeah,
Is it set like most of the eunuchs were in like ancient China and
Yeah,
stuff?
you know what?
And there's a couple of reasons why you couldn't play an ancient Chinese eunuch.
Why? Well, no. The thing about it is, it's more kind of now. This is of the
The
time,
eunuch maker exists now?
Look.
You could be the eunuch
I'm going
maker?
to play the eunuch maker.
So who is he?
Like, I feel like he's a guy that's played too much Assassin's Creed, right?
Right.
And he's got himself on Reddit afterwards and gone, I have a new business idea. The Dragon's Den. He's gone on and he's been like, I don't know, Theo Paphitis and the boys. He's like, listen, new business idea. You're Walt? Nah. I'm eunuch maker.
So does he think the dick is like distracting?
He, like,
Thinks a lot of himself, doesn't he?
look at Guy, pick up the mic and tell us the story of the eunuch maker here. And I
So-
love that you've not heard this.
A male escort who cut off a consenting man's genitals and filmed the procedure for a pay-per-view website has been jailed for 5 years.
So wait, hold on. Is he the escort or the guy who was eunuched?
He is the guy. Like, he put Nad out to be like, here.
Could you cut my dick off?
No, I'm anyone keen on this. This is a service I offer.
Who? Right. I've never paid for sex. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with people who do. Right. As long as it's all above board and not grim.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you are going to pay for it, surely you want people who are more attractive than the people you typically would get.
But
He looks terrible. He looks like Phil Mitchell after a wasting disease. Like, it's really,
Yeah, I get that, but his service.
Like, no harm, Dave. I would not hire an escort that could be played by you. I just wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, he is
That's
a
an
guy.
upsetting woman, isn't it? Oh.
He is a guy who was, I think, offering a service. Like, Gary's got the story
It's like
here.
that one years ago in Germany where the guy was eaten.
Armin Movies?
Something like that. Yeah, I remember they could essentially ate him. I think they had his penis, actually. didn't
Yeah, I had a whole different yawn. Eat you out, or whatever, out of this world. I'm
they?
gonna
Two big promises you can't keep.
yeah.
So he agreed to mutilate this guy for £500, knowing it would be filmed for the website, but then reduced the payment to £50.
Yeah, so that was what he did. He's like, here, you pay me, or no, I'll pay you 500 quid to cut your dick off. And then he's like, I'll just do it, but I don't want to pay you for it.
He
Like,
froze his legs with dry ice, maybe?
I mean, it's pretty, I'd
That
say.
feels like that would do damage to your legs. You don't.
Yeah,
Like, you're going to be in enough pain.
yeah. It's like an
bad
epidural,
legs as
isn't it?
well.
But except,
Yeah, but why not just give him an actual epidural? I'm sure. The
Yeah.
same guy that is, unicizing. That's not the word.
Unikizer? That's a great wrestler.
The Unikizer.
He'd be in a stable with the Undertaker and Mordecai. The Unikizer.
The Unikizer. Although that almost sounds like he would be dressed as the Kaiser. Like Kaiser Wilhelm.
Oh, the Unikaiser would be just young Kaiser.
Yeah.
In his uni days.
One day I will invade Belgium. But like, I feel like he would have no problem getting illegal drugs. Get a proper epidural.
But that's not.
You ever been epiduralized?
No.
I was once.
For what?
I had an operation on my feet.
I think you're going to tell me this is Prince Albert.
No, they just do that. But the worst bit of it was you're obviously you can feel nothing for like 5 days, and you fart all the time. But also because you're farting all the time and you're lying in bed, you have no way of knowing if you've shit other than somebody checking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's not going to fill you full of like you're going to feel a wee bit embarrassed.
Oh yeah, you lose your dignity, you know.
How
I was in
old were you?
hospital for 12.
Okay.
I was in hospital for 5 days, and then when I got home, I did the most enormous. I didn't shit the whole time I was in hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Did the most enormous, like just. I humiliated. That's what.
And did you cry?
When I did the shit?
Yeah.
No, but I did cry because 5 minutes later it turned out that to welcome me home, my family had all clubbed together and bought me a PlayStation 2.
Oh, nice. Was that not a good gift?
No, I cried with joy.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant.
Because I had Metal Gear Solid 2 and Gran Turismo 3 and This Is Football.
Oh, they were good old days, weren't they?
Yeah, they were the days.
They were the good old days. Like, see, nowadays people don't know they're living. I was playing a Switch over the Christmas period and it just made me sad.
It doesn't have the same. We had a Switch and like it is fun, but
Yeah.
it's very much a party thing.
Yeah.
It's you have some people around, you stick on Mario Party, have a bit of crack.
Yeah.
But like,
oh, yeah, you do. I'm from Bangor with swingers parties.
That's true. And you invite the unit maker.
And we play the Switch. Because I just my wife just goes off into the bedroom and I play the Switch. This is
You know
great,
what?
right?
I'd say you're having a better time.
Yeah.
She's certainly having a better time.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, I missed it because like I didn't like Mario Kart on the N64.
Right.
I liked Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo when it was 2D.
Yeah, that's right. I never played Mario Kart. No, none of my mates had N64s. We all had PlayStations.
Yeah, we might have been friends at that point because I was not a
N64,
an N64. But then you would think the natural progression is to go from Super Nintendo to N64. Now it's straight to PlayStation.
No, I had a Super Nintendo, PlayStation. Although I also then was given my cousin's Mega Drive.
Uh-huh.
And I had a great time. Actually, I perfectly legally downloaded a thing the other day that has like loads of old games on it. Mm-hmm. And I put on Jungle Strike for the Mega Drive.
Oh, wow.
And I had so much nostalgia. I was like, this is brilliant. Flying a wee helicopter.
Yeah. Oh, see, that would be a lot of fun. I'd love to get back into that, but I just...
Well, as soon as I was doing it, I went, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because this could become my life. Because there was literally like, 1100 classic... Now, obviously, it goes way back to like Pong and all.
Yeah.
But I was looking at like the Super Nintendo and I went, God, like Super WrestleMania and Mario Kart, Super Mario World. Oh, Nigel Mansell's Formula 1. Do you remember it?
Oh, Nigel Mansell, what a man.
Oh.
He'd be very fashionable now if he was kicking about with that old school clothes and the moustache.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, he was fit
like
in.
Karen Franco.
Yeah, he'd just send him in the Ulster Sports Club. He'd work away.
Because he looks musty, much
Yeah.
like the Ulster Sports Club.
Yeah, it's classic Mansell. But no, I was against the Sega Mega Drive, to be fair, at the time, because there was a guy in my school that played it and the controller smelt. And I just put me
His
off.
controller?
His controller smelt, and when I played it in his house, my hand smelt. And as I went on later in
What
life,
smell of what?
it's a hard thing to
Was it
explain.
like eating chips, like deep fat fried
It
chips,
smelt like he would eat salt and vinegar crisps
and then not wipe it?
and scratch his bollocks. And
Do you know who doesn't need to scratch his bollocks? Anybody who's been visited by the eunuch maker.
Correct. Yeah. Well, that'd be a classic. He'd be like, "Oh, I have an itchy bollocks," and he picks it off the shelf. That'd be good banter, wouldn't it?
That would be good banter. That's not. But I had one mate who had a Sega Saturn, and he's the only person I ever knew had one because it was a big flop.
Oh, you know what else was a flop? The Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Remember they put a lot of work in that and sponsored Arsenal shirts and all.
It was the first one I remember had the internet and all. You could play it
Mm-hmm.
online, but everybody had like a 56k dial-up.
See, that's maybe the problem. Maybe the Dreamcast was ahead of its time, and it didn't have the infrastructure to fit the Dreamcast in.
This is a very different podcast.
Yeah,
we're, talking
like,
we're talking about me wanking 5 minutes ago. Now
Yeah.
we're like the infrastructure behind
Yeah.
the Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah,
But
but
half of your listeners probably know the fucking Dreamcast
No.
is.
But you know what? I have a weird audience. I must say, no disrespect to the listeners, but I do tend to like when I do. I remember once I did a solo show, like, and the front row was this couple in their 60s, and I was like,
That's your audience.
"Are you at the wrong show?" And they're like, "No, we love your stuff." I was like, Why? And I go, because
it's like, I remember I opened for you at the Lyric.
Yeah.
And the first night you were like, a lot of people here clearly just go to everything in the Lyric.
Yeah.
You know, where they, they it wasn't that you did badly, they enjoyed you. But you could just tell they're like, they don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. And then the Saturday night was full of people who were your fans.
Yeah, it was a great time. But they, like the older people, like, we like, and that's maybe it, because they were like, you know, you tell jokes like they used to. You'll say the stuff that we want to hear.
You're a racist.
You're like a young Roy Chubby Brown. No, stop it. But I'm not racist. I resent that. Imagine I took you to court and used this clip. You call me racist? I just don't like people. I just don't like people.
This is a common myth, right? You see, we get twats here. They're like, "I'm going to take you to fucking court." You say that again, right?
By the way, so smacked out to do that.
Yeah, people in the arse in their trousers are going to do a civil case, you know. But like this is in America. It's incredibly expensive to do like a defamation case. It's like 120 grand on average, right? But also in America, you can go, "You made me really sad when you said that," and then they go, "There's $5 million." Here, you have to demonstrate that you lost income. From. And that's all you'll get. So if I said that and then you lost the podcast, you could sue me for what you make from the podcast.
$5 million.
Yeah, all right. 5 million pesos during hyperinflation, but you know,
punts don't exist anymore.
The drachma.
Yeah, I just get paid in Northern banknotes, and that's it.
What was the joke I used to? Oh, it was that I used to have a real problem with stage fright. You know, at the urinal.
Yes.
And I was like, you know, and piss is currency at the urinal. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, my dick deals exclusively in the drachma. But most people don't know what the drachma is. But the drachma is a great word.
Yeah, it makes me think, is it Romanian?
Greeks,
yeah, I would think Romanian because Dracula.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think they named their currency after a book written by somebody that's not from there?
Yep. And by the way, I was on Shane's live stream last week and got really annoyed because I'd said something that was technically wrong, but see, live streams, they wind me up because people are like, for a start, his live stream's at 2 o'clock on a Friday. Who the fuck's watching anything at 2 o'clock on a Friday?
People who work from home.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be watching for an hour. Is that your lunch break? You should be having a wank and a toasty. You should be.
No, you have it before your lunch.
Oh, right, okay. So
you have the wank and then the toasty.
Well, no. I have one rule. It's like no cock on the clock. That's one thing I'll say. But
what's it? You know the boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
Correct.
You can choose that the wank. You can choose the shit there to anything.
Yeah. So hold on.
That's why I fillet on
I get no
time.
Thanks when I'm having the wanks. So I'm going to take my sperm to the bank. I don't know. I don't make slogans. What? I make memories. Okay.
I feel like we're going to have to make an intervention here. Are you all right?
Maybe I'm having a stroke.
Before your lunch. It is pre-lunch.
But my point on this live was I'd said something along the lines that I just heard a story that we're talking about, you know, that the novel from Mary Shelley, Frankenstein. And
Frankenstein?
So
I'm actually reading it.
Yeah, well, really? Wow. Well, we were talking about Frankenstein anyway, and I had said that.
I need you to stop talking there. I just want to spit water everywhere. Frankenstein.
I just hate it whenever we anglicise everything. So I like to send the proper tongue.
I mean, it was written by an English woman.
Well, I know.
Or was she American?
Mary Shelley.
She's English.
Yeah. So whenever it was written, I had said that at the time, I think wasn't Frankenstein and Dracula written at the same time, because
roughly like, yeah.
But there was like a load of authors were in this big old country house together, and there was a big storm, and they decided to have like a book writing contest.
But I don't think Dracula was written then.
Well, this is where I was incorrect, but what was written then was Frankenstein. And the vampire with a Y, which was the precursor to Dracula, so it all kind of
the vampire,
the vampire. So you can fact check that. But then I think somebody came. Actually, Dracula's written 80 years later.
And somebody who's sitting going, and he's going to fact check him live.
Yeah, I was like,
you know what annoys me, right? They won't do that in like political debates. They won't fact check live. They think that like skews it.
Yeah.
But comedians are like, excuse me, Dave Elliott, I know you might have said that for comedic effect.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a big problem nowadays. With the whole world is skewed, that comedians are the ones that people come to for advice. It's like I
which
think
almost makes sense when they're millionaires.
Yeah,
almost. It doesn't, but almost.
But like
you're like, I don't want to hear political opinions at like, I don't know, fucking the black box from a guy who lives with his ma.
Correct. I get you, but I do think there's got to be a balance. Like ultimately, like I disagree with the whole chat that comedians are like, we are the bards of the modern day. You know, we are.
If you're referring to a comedian or yourself as a bard,
yeah, you're a
fuck up.
You're an arsehole. But I think we're losing track of the fact that I think we're losing track of the fact that comedians are just being silly geese. You know what I mean? You should be funny.
Yeah, but why also comedians are losing track of that.
Yes, and they think we have to. Like, I hear all this, we are the people giving them it. No, you're there you're a jester.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't think
It's
there's
a
anything
great
wrong
time.
with stand-up that has a little bit of a, like, you go, oh, that made me think about something.
Yeah.
But that has to be secondary to being funny.
Yeah. And
also, I also think it's fine in, like, in certain circles. Like, at the end of the day, you and me, while being comedians, also are citizens and voters and can have opinions on things. But don't pretend that being a comedian gives you this unique perspective into what we need to do to fix the NHS. Fuck off.
And then if people say that, and they'll be like, well, you said this. I'm like, yeah, I'm not elected.
No.
So don't be taking it. I'm obviously being silly. I've just said that maybe I would like to be unithized. That doesn't mean I don't literally want my penis and balls cut off.
Oh, I thought you were badly saying euthanized.
No, but unithized. Yeah, I didn't want to be made into a eunuch. Do you know what I mean? But people might go, oh, that's what he said. And you're like, no.
Oh, yeah, like if I mean, I feel like it will happen one day. One of the local comedians is going to run for something.
Yeah.
And they'll go, here's a montage of you on tea with me saying weird things. And
well, I would imagine that the ones that would be on tea with me wouldn't be running for...
I don't know. I think Willie Thompson, I could see it.
Yeah, but Willie would be very easily cancelled.
Cocaine is safer than alcohol, party.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I also think more fool the people that take it, like listen to it and go, they're right. Do you know what I mean? More fool those guys.
Oh yeah, if you're getting your political opinions from, no offense, Mickey Bartlett.
Yes.
Like, I love Mickey, one of my best mates, but come on.
Yeah, it's a problem.
If you get them from me, obviously I'm an expert in everything, so that's fine.
Yes, that's very true. Like, and I mean,
I have a politics degree from the Open University. Do you know what I mean? I have history in politics. So
I actually had signed up to a few Open University courses during COVID and didn't see
them
through.
That's what happened to me. So I went to uni. I went to Queen's for 6 years and didn't get a degree because I just was a waster. And then I discovered that with the Open University, you can like transfer all your credits. So I was I was lazy. I was probably heading for a third at Queen's. But the way they do it in Open University is they basically go, right, well, that means you don't have to do first and second year here. And we only count the marks from here. So then I was getting I was sitting like a high 2-1. And then COVID happened and they cancelled the exam and just gave me a first.
Oh, wow.
So I have a first class honours degree without ever earning it.
See, that's...
And I use it every day.
That is madness.
In my mid-level job in the civil service.
See, I have a 2-2 in my degree in criminology that I didn't really have any interest in because I wouldn't quit it.
Did you saw CSI, didn't you? And thought criminology got really popular around about that time?
I watched The Silence of the Lambs and I saw the inmate throw the jizz at Clarice.
And you went, I want somebody to throw jizz at me.
And I went, that's a bit of me. Yeah, I like it. Just walking down. No,
I would love if The Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins wore your face.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, that's clearly not Dave.
Yeah, it would be too big.
He'd be like, why is his face hanging down over his neck? Here, that Manjaro's really working.
Yeah.
I left it for 20 minutes and Dave's lost 10 stone.
Manjaro's fantastic. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Why did you run into Trump there?
Oh no! Please don't die on me. But yeah, no. I for some reason you know what? It's mental that you have to decide what you want to do your whole entire life at such a stupid young age, isn't it? It's insane.
But I even think it's stupid at school the way you do, you get to 4th year and they just go, right, what are you doing now? And you go, no, really the first year of uni should be like a general degree that like you do a wee bit of everything,
like home economics.
So
but
obviously,
properly.
I don't mean do fucking law and medicine but like if you're doing like history, they go, here's history, here's English, here's communications, here's media, all that sort of stuff, and then you go, oh, what do I want to do?
Home economics.
Nothing wrong. Food and nutrition, it's called now. Actually.
Yeah.
Or nutrition and food science.
No, I disagree. I want to change for home economics because to me, as a home guy,
What do you mean you're a home guy?
I'm a homeboy. I like
you'd like to make your home games into a fortress.
I like to do my dishwasher. I like to do my washing machine. I like to do my washing. I like to iron. I'd love to be able to sew.
I hate iron.
I don't like to iron. It's a lie. I like this. I like to be able to learn how to sew. So if like when I need to turn up.
Weirdly, my dad is a really good sewer. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but
it's an important tool. Like
when I was in BB, they taught us how to sew and knit, but I couldn't tell you how to do it now. Like,
yeah, but I think there are wee things you need to know.
They really, they covered all
they
bases.
push the boat up. But I think you need to be like, if you were go and live by yourself, there should be a class that covers all bases. What you do.
Oh, do you know
money? Like do something with your money.
It's mental that they don't go like you don't leave school knowing how a mortgage works.
Correct. That is mental.
Obviously now they're like, well, you're never going to get one. But 30 years ago you were, so...
But they want me to leave school being like, you can make a
debit card while I was selling credit cards to people.
I still don't. I've never had a credit card in my life.
For fuck's sake, I wish I had...
But now I want one because they sound really tempting.
Well, see, that is the danger. I need to go by my great-granda, who was like a brethren, those really strict Christians. He went... If you have to borrow to bat, you don't need it in the first place. You're like, yeah, definitely that applies in all situations.
Yeah.
Like here, they're going to repossess the house. Well, I'd have to borrow to not make my kids homeless. So obviously,
they don't need a home. Yeah. Well, if you taught the proper things in home economics, you build a house from scratch.
Aye. Yeah. But were you in the land, Dave?
Amish.
Oh yeah, the big Amish population down is there?
Yeah, but that is the thing. I think there should just be.
Do you know why there's no Amish here? Because you can't isolate yourself. Everything's down the road.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to Fermanagh. I was there over the New Year, and it's fairly.
Do you know what I did? One year, me and my ex-wife had Christmas. We rented a cottage in Fermanagh, and it was lovely. But yeah, it is quite remote.
Yeah, but it is nice.
Near Pedigo.
Yeah, we were near listening to ski near the lakes.
Oh yes, very nice.
It was a pleasant time. Yeah, enjoyed it. But yeah, I just think
the way you said that was so intense. Enjoyed it.
They just don't prepare the kids for life. Like I feel like they're releasing a load of dunces out into the wild.
Well, it's also like we had 20 years where people going fucking media studies, what a lot of shite, and now your granddad doesn't know what's AI and what's not.
That is a big problem nowadays. Like I wish I had done media studies, but I went to school to turn their nose up at things like that.
Yeah, but critical thinking is such a big who's saying this?
Yeah.
Why would they articulate it this way? But instead they go, well, I saw a thing on Facebook, so it must be true.
Yeah, it is a big problem, but that's going to continue to happen too. And the old people are being forgotten about. Like, see,
no, they're not.
I got a parking ticket.
The fucking triple lock pension.
I got a parking ticket, and they fucked me, and they're criminals. Those guys are criminals. I was parking on the street in Castle Street.
Oh, so it was a government one.
Yeah. So I got one of these, right? I had to download the new Just Park app, right? Which I did. Now people can be if I have a case here. I downloaded it. I went on. They said location settings. I hit my location of the one it was. Put all my stuff in. I paid because before it would have ticked along as a timer, and I paid an amount before like £6 or something to go somewhere for an hour. I came back, had a ticket. I was like, what? And then I went to argue it. And then when I looked in the Just Park app, I'd actually park in Castle Court, whereas I was in Castle Street.
I did wonder. I was like, who pays £6 for on-street parking?
But the app just came up and then went ... like it said Castle. So I just thought that's the location. That was the one option. I hit it, I parked it, I went and then got tickets. So I've tried to query that and go, I
think if you appealed that.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge.
Do you know who the person to write to? Who's your MP?
My MP? Who is my MP? Who is it? I don't even know.
What are you, Strangford? Are you...
No, I'm
South Downs?
No, I'm North Down. I don't even know.
It's Jim Allister. No, he's North Antrim.
Yes.
Is it Thingy used to be Health Minister? UUP guy?
Not the dangerous Robin Swan. No.
Is it Robin Swan?
No, it's not Robin Swan. Could you check out who North Down MP is? Because it was the guy from the Alliance, and then
he lost.
No, it's your man, the Independent.
Yes.
Alex Easton. That's who it is. I'll write to Alex Easton.
Right, genuinely.
Yeah. Well, what can he do for you?
Well, hopefully just be because this is the point.
This is the thing. So speaking to somebody who's worked in like government and in education and things like that, like a letter from when I worked at the BBC. Well, I didn't really work. I worked in Capita, but for the BBC.
Yeah.
A letter from an elected representative gets put to the top of the pile and sent to the most senior member of staff, and usually that'll get something done for you.
But the point was, I tried to ring to speak to them. Like, we can't ring to anyone. You have to do it online. I submitted the appeal
so that's
online.
why people are being forgotten about.
So I submitted the appeal online, and they were like, no. And I was like, well, they they've just said no to that. I've got all the evidence, so I'll go to Alex Easton.
No,
about
do
that.
you actually? You go to your MLA as well,
Yeah.
but generally your MP's the one because
Yeah.
all he'll do is somebody in his office will write a letter and he'll sign it.
Yeah.
And then away it goes, and then you'll get a letter going, that's been cancelled.
Yeah, well, I'd like to hope
Because
so.
I think you're right. I think you have been diddled there.
And also, you know what they do
Not
too.
diddled, so
Now,
not diddled.
I've been diddled before for a similar thing. So I'm not. I've told it before in the podcast, but it's just boring. I apologise. But my point is, old people are being
I
forgotten.
don't know. Maybe the most useful thing to come out of this will be after us giving off about comedians talking about politics.
I know.
I'm like, write to your MP. But it does. It works.
That's a lot of fun. By the way, this isn't
Is there ice in
self-cleaning.
that?
No, it's a ball of metal for magnesium
Metal?
and iron. No, it's a mixer, so it's supposed to mix everything up. You know, these wee.
Oh, I would hate that. I don't like the noise of that.
No, I don't like it either.
So what's in that?
This is a wee bit of salt, bit of electrolytes, vitamin C, and creatine.
Right. As I said, you if that's literally just a diorite, like you could have saved yourself a lot of hassle.
But I like making it. I like putting it
You have
together
too
in the
much
morning.
fucking free. You need a job.
It gives me a wee bit of.
You need a proper job.
Oh, I don't. I like to prepare. But what
Do
they
you know
say,
why you like to prepare? Because you do fuck all.
Listen,
The prep's all you have.
looking after a house is a tough job. That's why I need home economics. I've been
Yeah, it is tough. But my ma did it and also worked.
I had to learn on the job.
I think she has a harder time than you.
Man, you're just judging a book by its cover. You don't know what's going on inside his head.
Not very much. I imagine.
You don't know what's going on. Just fighting for people, the old, the elderly, the homeless, the mentally unwell.
Any groups that you're opposed to?
Groups that I'm opposed to. Like
We were talking about Hulk Hogan before
Oh,
the
right,
camera
sorry,
started rolling,
yeah,
so I'm not worried
no,
here.
no,
Where
I'm-
are we going?
well, just apart from
Well,
like,
let me tell you something, brother. I'm not a big fan of travellers, or whatever.
apart from like old Campbellians or whatever. There,
Old Campbell.
Yeah, that's
I know.
about it.
I earlier before we started filming, you like sincerely went, "Yeah, I don't like that this guy went to Campbell College." I mean, it's so middle class to be annoyed that somebody went to a different school.
Yeah, but I
Unless
wasn't.
you're 7.
I wasn't annoyed at that, but to discover there was a group known as the Old Campbellians.
The name's terrible.
But I just thought
It's called like the Alumni Association.
But that still sounds very. But whenever they say the Old Campbellians, I'm like, that's a bit like, you know what goes on there is it's going to be wanky, isn't it?
Quite literally, I imagine in a lot of cases.
I would say it's going to be a
Well,
problem.
I went to Friends, so they have the Old Scholars,
the Old Scholars.
which I've never attended anything.
Friends, school.
Do you know what it is as well? It's like they go every so often. They'll be like, "Oh, there's a reunion or whatever," but they don't do like a yearly. It's just like a reunion of everybody that went in this decade. And I'm like, well, first of all, it's going to be that, and anybody who's had an interest in life doesn't live here anymore. But also, anybody that well, no, there's probably one or two exceptions, but like by and large, the people that from school that I wanted to stay in touch with, I have remained in touch with because of social media, and like it's just gonna be a lot of twats that I didn't like then, don't like now.
Yeah, it is a problem, and like we had our 20-year anniversary recently, and I think we could think of nothing I'd like to do less. Like there were some people I hadn't seen from school came to the gig of mine about a year ago, and I was like, I just feel like the whole thing is. Oh, remember we used to do this? And I'm like, well, that was further. Oh, that was longer.
Oh
ago
yeah, I had a
than-
horrible moment like about 6 months ago where I went, oh yeah, I'm now like well out of school longer than my entire time in school.
Yeah,
like from nursery to upper sixth.
yeah, and
that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, but then you're like, there's a reason why you haven't kept in touch with certain people.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
There's some people I'm still in touch with that I'm like, why am I still in touch with them?
Like even my close group of friends at the minute, like you would look at it and go to yourself, like if we met now, would we be friends?
Yeah, we had there was a guy in our group of mates I remember from school who he quit drinking, and then we realised, oh, we have nothing in common. It's just we used to get hammered all the time.
Yeah. And maybe that's a good thing for him, but and I think that
maybe it's a good thing for us to go, oh, actually, there's a guy that we have nothing in common with.
But I think there's more now that like people generally hang on to relationships that maybe do like anything they do kind of burn out a bit, and I think it's okay. Like I think we need to, rather than people feeling the guilt of maybe they just don't see people as much anymore, and that's natural. Like you don't have to have a big falling out with somebody to not see them.
Case in point, I have a mate who lives in Glasgow, and he is a kid, and I have a kid and stuff, and he was home. I don't even like said he was home for Christmas because he wasn't. He's lived away for
he visited
20
here.
years, But his mum and dad have since moved like up towards Ballymena. And they don't bring the car when they're over, so he's like, I don't know if I'll be able to see you. And I went, that's fine. If you have a free day, you can give me a shout, but no big deal.
Yeah.
While some people would be like, oh my God, I can't believe he was just down the road.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even come and see.
Yeah, but then there's that thing too, isn't there, where like some people change in life and they do things and maybe they do settle or they have kids and they get into different work and they're sort of the thing that connected them or bonded them, they don't happen anymore. And like drinking is a big part of that. Like I'm not a big
Well, do you ever
drinker
run
anymore.
into like an ex-comedian?
Uh-huh.
And you go, wow, you're so much happier and healthier looking.
Yeah. No, like
There's one guy who, I'll not name names because it's not fair to do that, but there's a guy that used to do comedy and me and him always got on, but he was a grumpy guy, right?
Oh, I know him.
Right,
I know him
you know
straight
what I
away.
mean, you know
Yeah.
what I mean,
And
right?
I like the man as well.
But I bumped into him in Forestside, probably just after COVID, and he was like a different guy, lighter than air.
Yeah. Now, he was one who, if it's the same one as I'm thinking of, he was somebody who I knew butted heads with people.
Yes,
I never.
he never really butted heads with me.
He never butted
but-
heads with me either. And you know what? I always enjoyed his company.
Me
I
too.
actually thought he was quite funny.
Yeah, no, me too.
And,
But also, when I saw him that day at Farside, I went, you were right to stop.
Yeah.
Because you actually seem so much happier now you
Yeah.
don't do this anymore.
And how is he now? Good?
Seems
He
to
working
be.
away? No, 'cause when I saw him, he was-
I believe he's married now with children. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Because I remember the time I saw him, a wee bit of me was like, are you doing a bit here? Because you're too happy. Like, is this
Well,
a
there you
bit?
go.
Or,
Like, maybe
you
he
know?
is, but
Yeah.
I didn't get that vibe.
But yeah, but there is. But
Do you ever think about if you didn't do it? Well, I suppose you'd have to get a job.
Uh-huh.
I just have less on.
Yeah. No, I
See, but I had a break there for a couple of months. I found after my daughter was born, I didn't gig for like 2 months. I was like, God, this is what most people. And actually, I didn't gig for about 3 weeks before she was born. And I remember thinking, God, most people just come home in the evening and they're kind of done. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
they just, if you don't have kids, you just come home and go, oh, I'll make dinner and watch the TV and
see.
have a wank and a toasty. And
For dinner
and
as
I
well.
think
2
this is
days.
this is what most people's lives are like.
And did you enjoy that, or what?
For
how
a
did
week
you
or
find
two,
that?
I did
Yeah.
enjoy the novelty, but then I think I was climbing the walls a wee bit.
Yeah, because like I remember whenever I worked in the gym years ago, obviously, and when I worked there, I was working.
You can
there
work
in
at a gym
evenings.
now.
I know.
You could change the vending machines out.
Yeah, I don't think people
you don't have
would
to
take
be
to me.
like sexy to clean the toilets.
But you know what though? I could be like a Steven Seagal guy. You know what I mean? You look at him and you'd be like, this guy doesn't know, but he just knows it all. You know what I mean? He's lived
Do you see
it.
the thing where one of his recent films, he did a fight scene where he was in a wheelie chair the whole time?
No.
But it's obviously because he can't get up.
Yeah. But yeah, I was doing that, and then I went to a full-time job, and I was doing that in the evenings for a bit, and I was like, this is just not a fun way to live. So whenever I stopped working in the evenings, I was like, life is great because
Well,
I can,
Like 2024 was a mental year for me because I'd split up with my ex-wife and I was like, right, I'm going to gig loads, just say no to nothing, basically. So I did like 160 gigs or something in 2024 while working full time and also recording and editing 2 podcasts. I think that was actually the problem. Then whenever I took those few weeks off, I went, I don't know what to do with myself when I'm not constantly busy.
But isn't that the thing too, where people are like, if you want to do anything, you got to be on the grind all the time, and you got to do,
don't.
and it's mad.
We're talking shite.
What I think you need to do is manage your time. Time is the most precious commodity in the world. As long as you're doing enough of your time that you can enjoy it. Because if you're flat out and you're working and you're doing all this, you don't actually have the time to enjoy the moments.
No, I kind of get somebody going like, right, I'm going to work flat out for like a year or 2 years to kind of get. But the idea of like that's your life forever.
Yeah.
There's we're born. But then you're like, mate, when are you going to like? What's the point? There's a deeper want in you there.
Yeah.
You just want the touch of a nice.
Here's
lady.
one. See if someone said to you, right, you can win £50 million. You don't need to work. You don't need to do stand-up again. Would you do stand-up, do you think?
Only very occasionally.
Because you know what? The gimps would say, oh yeah, I love it. It's my calling.
Now, my calling is to do fuck all.
Yeah.
And I have proven that every single day of my life by being a lazy bastard.
Like, you know what I would do? Buy a PS5.
I've got one of those and I
just-
never play it.
I know, but all day I would play it, and I would go to the gym twice a day. I would take all the drugs. I would get a hair transplant, even though I don't want a hair transplant. I got my
I know what
teeth
you mean.
done.
You do all the things.
Yeah.
Like I'd get a nose job even though my nose doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I would just chill. You know?
Do you know what I'd get? I'd get good teeth.
Yeah. See, I get a snaggle tooth, but you know what would annoy me though? I would
But
then
is let
find.
Dan to work and eat up most of that money.
Yeah, true. Fuck off.
By the time they add the 12 extra teeth to fucking close the gaps.
You're two
Here, no, it's all right,
fucks.
mate.
You guys.
You know what? You see if we bred, you'd have a perfect set of teeth because mine all cross over and all.
Let's have a wee look at you for a minute, will we?
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect sitting over there with your wee shitty flask that UV cleans itself. I hope it gives you salmonella, you prick.
It doesn't smell like. Do you want to sniff?
I'm not sniffing where you've been licking.
Sniff my bottle.
No. There's no worse smell than the smell of something someone has licked. Dry lick.
No, but that's the point. There's no smell.
No, I disagree.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
There's got to be a smell. Oh, it's disgusting.
Just closing the Campbellian talk.
Oh, no.
If I go to like an Africa, so first of all, the
Africa, did you say?
So the Campbellians have their own.
It's just as you're coming to Bangor. It's not like from Belfast.
So they have the old Campbellians have their own website. So set aside from the normal.
That
Campbell
means they can say
College.
whatever they want. Campbell's shit.
So they have a thing about like donate to our school. Like you've been here before, give us money. So like if you look at like an African charity of like how much it costs to like save a child, $10 a month will save a child. Campbell College want £3,000 will change a boy's life.
Why you buying the boy?
That's per
I
year.
think I got these guys.
We came from Campbell.
Dave, you don't have free grants.
Not anymore. Just did my taxes. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. I actually forgot about my taxes, and then I got a text from HMRC going, "Your taxes are due."
Yeah, you know what though? You may forget about your taxes. You know who won't? The HMRC.
No. Well, I do have an accountant who also texted me. I was like, I haven't got your stuff yet, but can you send that through, please?
Don't worry about it. Well, I actually was behind on mine, so I was like, why does it always just keep hitting me? And it's like, because I'm paying a year back, so now I'm up to date. So whenever the 1st of April comes, I'm getting my accounts sent away, so I'm ahead. So I have like all those months to pay before January.
I'd like to think, I remember I'm really banking a lot, Dave, on what you told me, which is, generally, whenever you're working full time as well, you'll probably just get a rebate.
Yeah.
If I don't get a rebate, Dave, I'm fucked. They're going to take my thumbs.
Yeah, but you've been so busy, haven't you? So you're probably mugging yourself by being too busy.
No. Oh, yeah, sorry. For the person at HMRC, 90% of those gigs were unpaid. Because I was working on new material, you know.
Because you love it. Speaking of which, are you planning anything interesting this year?
I think I will do a show. I have a title. And
what's your title? Can you say it?
Yeah, fuck it. Melancholic, but colic spelt like baby colic.
All right, okay.
Because it's all about depression.
Nice.
It's going to be a real uplift.
That'll be fun. Are you going to taking that to Edinburgh?
Yeah, but
Getting a Perrier
I'm
award?
literally, my new bit at the minute is about trying to kill myself. You know what I mean? I'm very...
Yeah.
And actually, I did it on New Year's Eve at the Black Box, and I said to Willie, I was like, could you watch this set and like give me any notes? And he went, it's very jaunty for a suicide bit.
Yeah.
And it is quite jaunty.
I am.
Friend of yours, friend of mine, Rosie McClelland, you know, was there. And she came up to me after, she was like, are you all right? I went, no, I really am. And then another one came up and went, you're too funny, don't kill yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's a good quote for a poster.
But I need to find... Oh, actually, she did message me later to say you really enjoyed that. So I should be like, can I quote you?
Yeah.
You're too funny, please don't kill yourself.
I actually have a bit for you now you're talking about that. I think for your set that might be funny, which was a thought that I had.
Go.
About it. I'm not going to tell you on the podcast.
Right.
So
Are you doing a tour this year?
Yeah, I am. Pulling that together now. Yeah, you can come.
Can I? As a support act, not just come?
Yeah, you can come. You can come and have your lunch with me. Yeah, no, actually, I've put some dates together there now for...
What, second half of the year, I'm assuming? Or?
Yeah.
It's like, I had a great time.
Yeah, no, but, you know, I'm sort of flirting between names of shows at the minute.
Do you have a title or
3? I'm sort
of, you're not saying them?
Yeah, I can say them. One I'm thinking about. And initially, the first one was going to be Fat Slut, but I don't think that can
be fair. You know, people that could be a quote on it.
Yeah,
Fat Slut.
Yeah.
Man in the beehive bar.
Yes, is one.
We've talked about that on the guy just said you were a fat slut.
And I thought then another person had called me a white monster, which is fun. So I thought that was
white
good.
Fat slut monster.
No, they just call me a white monster.
Fat white slut monster.
No, there's too many adjectives.
I'm giving you titles here.
Yeah, and then the other one's going to be Adventures, but I think White Monster's like the drink.
Adventures is the fat white slut monster.
The drink, the White Monster. You could get the poster that colour, and you know that's a phenomenon now. White Monster, you could tie it all in.
What flavour is White Monster?
It's
White,
just
white.
Good quality white taste.
It's like white meat.
It's like
is
white
it like a dark meat, monster.
No, that's just good. It just tastes like good eugenics.
For fuck's sake. Monster is horrible.
It tastes like Sydney Sweeney. That's,
I really hope Sydney Sweeney doesn't taste like Monster.
She's white, isn't she?
She can't act, you know.
Well, I disagree.
No, you just like her big jabs. Now, don't get me wrong, we all like a big pair of ditties, right? But some people don't, but I do. But I went to watch that new one. She's in The Housemaid. And that's probably the best I've ever seen her act, but she still was quite bad at it.
Incorrect.
Did you like the film?
I thought it was a good film. I thought... I thought it could have been better as a film, but I thought it wasn't a bad film.
Because she only got her ditties out once?
Yes, and also I felt that...
you know there's loads of ditties on the internet.
But you're making this about ditties. I'm making this about good, serious acting.
It wasn't... Like, it's not going to win any award. Like, it was very much campy, like, over the top.
But it was fun. It was
fun.
fun, you know. And
it was long. Why is everything so long now?
Because we're all dumb and we need length. We're all like scrolling. 10 seconds.
It was like whenever
I like it.
WWE went to Netflix.
Yeah.
One of the notes that Netflix gave them was the show is not second screen enough.
What's that mean?
So they
in the background from your phone.
Yeah. So what they wanted was the commentators to describe more what's happening. Rather than going, you know, like somebody does a move, they go, oh, that was brutal or whatever. They want them instead go, oh, and he hits him with a suplex that looked absolutely brutal, because they want people to be able to be on their phone and know what's happening.
You know what I say, Netflix, go fuck yourself.
Like, I'm very much I love my phone, and there's things that I will like stick on the background and you know, and eat a toasty and bait one out, but that I'll watch while on my phone to sort of half pay attention to. But if it's like a film or something, I put my phone down and watch the fucking film. Yeah. I'm
making a big effort for that this year. Put the film down and engage.
Do you know, actually, I came off social media for about 3 months, and it was quite liberating.
But how was that? Was there anything? But by the way...
I didn't spend any less time on my phone.
Yeah.
But what I did a lot more of was actually, like, I don't know, going, I wonder what the crack was with Zaire, and then just reading the Wikipedia article, and then I knew about it something.
Is Zaire a new AEW high flyer?
No, it was a country that used to exist. Yeah.
I know how so fun.
No, you didn't. Don't pretend you knew.
No, I did. I knew Zaire, Africa.
Well, yes, but like Africa. That's like say what Eurasia.
Let me say. I would imagine Zaire's probably in around that sort of northwest area of Africa,
like Morocco and all.
No. That's North Africa. Northwest would be sort of, I'd say in the ear.
Côte d'Ivoire?
Yes.
No, it's down near Rwanda in South Africa.
Well, it's on the continent. I'll take it.
Thank you very much. Now, actually, should remember that from.
Yeah, you should from your googling. But I'm going to say that, like, I thought of Sydney Sweeney. This is the thing where I think people are piling on her very quickly.
You'd love to pile on her.
And saying...
It would be pile as well. Like,
it would be collapse more, I would say. But she, like, people are like, oh, she only does this. But certain actors do certain roles. There's such a thing where they do it. And there's no one better than that role than her right now.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a great actor in the way that, like... No, wait. In the way that, like, De Niro is. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that he's not perfectly cast in some of the roles that he's...
I am a big fan of Schwarzenegger, and I'm a big fan of De Niro.
Yeah.
But De Niro's a lot of De Niro. He does a lot of that. He does a lot of that. People aren't like, oh, he just does the face, do they? No. They're not like that, like DDL. They're not like, oh, DDL does all these deep roles, do they?
De Niro used to be like that.
Yeah, but my point is...
Okay, well, name another actor that's very acclaimed. Meryl Streep, right?
Uh-huh.
But Meryl Streep couldn't do Jingle All the Way.
Oh, well, then I reckon she could.
I want to see her go and do kindergarten comedy. It's not a tumour.
Yeah. But, you know,
it's not a tumour at all.
Do you like Jack Nicholson?
Yes, but Jack Nicholson's just Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Who was it said? There was somebody a while ago, it was a comedian, who said Jack Nicholson is the only hero of theirs they've ever met who's exactly the way they wanted him to be. Like, that is Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Also,
I like that he basically went, I'm just going to retire. I've made my money. I'm not going to do shitty films. I'm just going to retire.
Yeah, but then, I see, that's the thing. Like, you do find, like, even like Pacino and De Niro doing some zany comedies that maybe aren't big hits.
Well, I think the problem is, so like, De Niro did Meet the Parents, and he's very good in that.
Yeah.
And then he went, I can do comedy. And then you're like, not all comedy.
But then also they've had kids in their 80s, so they're like, I need to do whatever I can do.
Well, actually, do you? Because you're a bit dead, you'll not know.
I suppose that's true.
Also, I feel like at some point you have to go, you're doing all right, like.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all right, aren't they?
Have you ever heard De Niro on Off Menu? You know the Off Menu podcast?
Yes.
James Acaster and I love Off Menu.
He was on it?
He was on it, right?
As a guest?
Yeah.
How the fuck did they even angle
because
that?
it was he was promoting that Netflix series was in Zero Day, which I didn't like actually.
Wow.
So they got him on. So anybody who hasn't seen Off Menu or listened to it is basically they get somebody on and they go, right, what's your dream starter, dream main, wagging a toasty, dream main, dream dessert, what are you drinking, who are you with? It's like your dream meal, fantasy meal, anybody living or dead kind of thing. And
living,
like there's no, because then they're going to eat some of it.
All right, you don't want some Gene Hackman.
Gene. But like Stephen Graham had a great episode where he talked about he wanted this like lobster and all, but he also wanted his granny's chips.
Yeah, or my granny's marmalade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean you would say. Yeah. So they got De Niro on, right, and he could not get on board with the concept.
Yeah.
So most people turn up with like, But even if I said to you now, like, right, dream starter, give me 30 seconds and you'll come up with something,
Chowder, seafood.
Right, there you go. Yeah. Right. So, but De Niro went, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say there's foods that I particularly like. It just, if it's good, I like it. And they're like, but what would be... So the whole episode is them going, all right, well, how about this? And he goes, yeah, I mean, if it's good, I'd eat that. And them making his dream menu. Yeah. And he just keeps going, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it was just a sort of any young comedian, up and coming comedian nowadays, the main course would be ass.
That's a dessert. Yeah. That's an amuse bouche, actually. Ironically, it's amuse lack of bouche. Although the bouche is back.
Is the bush back or is it an age thing?
Is it an AIDS thing?
Yeah. I think like you get to a certain age as a man.
Age?
Yeah.
He said AIDS.
Oh no! I can't get AIDS. There's a bush down there.
I feel like there's people believe that.
Yeah, 100. Of course there is. Of course there is.
But no, not the bush, but like the not Bush Senior, but Bush Junior. A wee bit like the bald is gone.
Yeah. Well, good.
Me too. I don't know. Child fanny.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't call the episode that, please.
No, it's going to be called Toasty, I think, the main episode. But no,
pre-lunch.
I get what you mean. I like the sport a bit myself, and I like it to be about, So
you like to believe you're all adults.
Yeah,
believe you're all adults if you're not.
But I mean, like people have, it's natural. Like what did
Yeah, but I mean, it's also natural, to. Like, I don't know.
Because I remember I used to work with this guy, and he would have been probably in his 50s when I worked with him. And he, like, you were saying, like, oh, you like Sydney Sweeney and her bosoms. I don't. I like her acting. You like her boobs. You're projecting onto me. That's fair. But
you project onto her, if you know.
He is like, you know what? I'm married, so I won't.
You're allowed to look at the shop window.
Yeah, but you know what? I am also an actor. I know you're an actor yourself, but
I acted once.
Yeah, and you're actually very good, and you did nothing with that, which is disappointing because I thought
the Independent said I was the standout.
Yeah, and you were.
I did nothing with it.
Yeah,
didn't even audition for anything. Didn't apply for anything. Didn't.
Yeah, but you know what that's like? That's like being a raisin in a bowl full of shite. Here,
my water bottle would clean that.
But my point is, obviously I may end up working with her someday, so who knows? I've got so much respect for her.
The way her career's slowly just tapering off.
We can meet in the middle.
I can see her in Blue Lights Series 7.
Well, I'm at, there you go. Writers of Blue Lights, if you're looking at an idea. What about Brendan?
Bang, Sydney Sweeney.
Ends up.
Who's playing Sydney Sweeney?
What about Brendan? He goes on a date with Sydney Sweeney, but all she wants to do is just stay inside and snog. Yeah, what about that as an episode idea?
And Brendan's like, all right, let me have a toasty first.
And then he can't get up for it because he's had a toasty and he ruins it for himself. And then that's what finally pushes him over the edge.
Stuck in the gap of his teeth.
Yeah, full fucking joint. A big shank.
Then he got a yellow stickered on Boxing Day and froze.
And that's why Sydney Sweeney's character Chanel likes him, because she's
Chanel. She's an African grey. Do you remember that? Chanel.
She likes him because he's a man of the people. But anyway, what was I talking about? I've totally digressed.
You said about Sweeney.
But then, yes, it was a serious actor, and I appreciate her acting chops. I think she's really good, and you disrespect.
No, look, I don't think she's a very good actor. And I think if she was...
Wow.
I think fundamentally... I don't think that like every attractive woman is only in films because she's attractive, but I also think if Sydney Sweeney was ugly, she wouldn't be an actor.
Some people say she is ugly.
I don't buy that. Like I'm not, obviously like there are hotter women in the world, but the idea that like I remember somebody saying to me, it's like most celebrities, if you see them in real life, you can't believe how attractive they are. Like even very plain not even plain, but like I remember a mate of mine saw. What did you call that woman? Used to host the X Factor like at the start. Do you remember like before Dermot O'Leary?
Jenny somebody? Was it?
Kate
Thornton.
Kate Thornton.
Yeah.
Who is a nice enough looking girl, but you wouldn't be somebody who and you see in the paper and go, oh my God, look at her. But he could not believe how attractive she was.
You know who the most beautiful human I've ever seen in real life is? Natalie Portman.
I could believe that, yeah.
She was like, you go, oh, you don't know how to react. She was like she went to the gym that I went to for a while when she was filming Your Highness over here.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
she used to, and like she actually, that Natalie Portman's not her real name, the same way my name.
No, I know. She's Israeli, isn't she?
Hirschleg, yeah, I believe. But so she used that name to sign and all. And I was doing the desk one day, and she came in, had to get her to sign me form over, and you
were like, suddenly have an urge for a toaster.
Yeah, I was like, no, but I actually did think to myself, my goodness me.
Well, a girl I went to Queens with, she was in the queue with Amelia Clark, and she was like absolute 12 out of 10, like whatever, And
have you ever heard of Ed Skrein? I'm sure you'd recognise him. He's an actor. Can you get Ed Skrein up for me? Skrein, I think. And he
Sorry, I have to do a huge cough.
Work away. He startled me once.
Awful. He startled
me, yeah. He walked into a room I was in, and I was getting undressed because it was lunchtime. And I was like, "Oh, sorry!" And there was a changing room just, and he walked in, and
well, why
that guy?
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
Stunning looking man.
Yeah, but also, why are you apologising for getting dressed in a dressing room?
Because he walked into the dressing room, but I hadn't. It was just a curtain.
It wasn't. It was a separate one.
Yes. So,
it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't a general lockers and.
No, it wasn't. Now we're talking lockers. I know this man's not been seen, but I've seen John Cena in the nip. I've told you this before.
Is he packing heat? He has the vibe of a man who's packing heat.
He's got he doesn't. He's a guy that holds court in a gym with no towel. If that makes sense.
So it's not enormous, but it's respectable.
Yeah, it's respectable, and also who his gym partner was that particular time, Hornswoggle. So, I mean, him and
for the uninformed is a little person.
Yeah. So for the fact that
he plays a leprechaun. So do you remember his original name?
The Little Bastard. That was unbelievable. I missed that.
No, I mean that was literally unbelievable.
Yeah, it was tremendous. That damn little bastard.
And then he was teamed up with Finlay, who was from Belfast. Yeah. Whose catchphrase was, "I'm Finlay and I love to fight." Yeah, and he had a shillelagh.
Yeah, he had the best ever vignettes of a wrestler being introduced, and one of the ones where they used to stand at Carrickfergus Castle and has like really generic Celtic music.
Yeah, very Northern Irish. Yeah, it's very like.
And then it zooms in on him, leather jacket. He turns around, he goes, "My name is Finlay. Some people call me a fighting Irish bastard. Not to my face." And then it just cuts. Dun dun.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, it was. But
he could have had the career Liam Neeson's had.
Oh, they were great. But Finlay was great.
Here, speaking of which, speaking of Liam Neeson,
he's a great actor as well.
He is a great
handsome
actor.
Man. Ex-housing executive employee.
All the best.
Correct. Listen.
But he. I don't know whether I had depression or I just hadn't seen The Naked Gun yet. Loved it.
You are the first person, and I'm pleased to see it, that said it was brilliant. And
Mickey Bartlett thinks it's brilliant too.
Right, okay.
Now, we both had something in common while watching it, but we'll not get into that.
Drugs.
No.
Okay. Alcohol. Drugs, okay.
No, what? I didn't say that.
No, and were you maybe like...
we're pulling each other off.
Eating toasties, wanking, and Haribos. Were you eating poisoned Haribos? Is that what it was?
No, well, I love a Star Mix.
Yeah, chocolate Star Mix, you dirty bastard.
But no, genuinely, like I Fred Durst over there. That was so intense in my face there when I was doing that.
You look like you're wanking the BFG.
There's some curve on that cock.
That's how you can blow dreams.
Here.
Imagine the FG wanking something. He comes in and he blows dreams. And I go to my window and go, where? He just absolutely drowns me in spunk.
Sorry, do you know, I actually I genuinely have been trying a wee bit not to be too crude, and you just said, drowns me in spunk. Which is your pitch for your scene with Sydney Sweeney. Here, speaking of curvy dicks, right? Yeah. The other day, I don't mind telling you, I was pre-lunch, and I'm not a big visual aid kind of guy, but I thought, fuck it, why not? I have a free house, let's do it. And there was a guy, and he had a curve in his willy, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? But it went the other way, it went down.
Like a faucet?
Yeah, like a tap. But it meant like everything had to be done at a weird angle. I will say I wasn't enjoying the video. It actually made me stop.
Gonzo's nose?
What?
Gonzo's nose?
Oh, it was so... It looked like a Viking longboat that had been turned on its back, right? But like... I didn't even pre-lunch. I just was like fascinated by this.
And how did it work? Would it not bend if he...
Well, there was a lot of hanging off the end of the bed, put it that way. Right? So he could like lower in. Mm-hmm. Like like the crane missions in GTA 5.
Yes.
Where you're like, horrible. I was like, poor guy.
And what...
No offense to anybody out there, because I'm sure it happens.
Was it that there was too much of it, maybe? That it just had a sag to it?
I don't know. It had the air of he's done some damage at some point.
To his penis or to...
to his penis. I mean, we've all been there. I had to get an operation on mine.
I remember once I tried to do the worm and I had an unknown semi. It was a disaster.
When I was getting married a few weeks before, we'd already had the stag, but we decided, like my dad and his mates went and stuff, we just went out for pints in Belfast. And then by the end of the night, we ended up in like Robinson's. And Ronan Linsky, comedian, who was my best man, he was steaming. He's like, I just want to go home. I'm so tired, but I also am the best man. I can't just leave. So he started doing the worm in the middle, because Ronan used to break dance, right? Before he injured his knees, taking a sharpshooter. But anyway, so he did the worm, and the bouncer came over and picked him up and went, don't do any more of that, you're out. And then Ronan went, perfect, right? So as soon as the guy turned his back, he did the worm again and then got thrown out. But my favourite bit of it was, as Ronan was being dragged out by two bouncers, he went, here, I look like an awful guy here. I should say something that like associates me with, So he, on his way, he just went, free Tommy Robinson.
Oh dear.
I can't do the worm.
Oh no,
I can't really dance. I like dancing, but I can't do it.
I tried to do it last week and it put me out of action for a few days.
Where?
It's in my house because my wife told my daughter Holly that I could do it, and she. Now this is
why would your wife fuck you like that?
But because it's the only way she can fuck me. Seemingly, but because
of the faucet thing?
Yes, but Holly, before I ran somewhere once, and when I got into the car, Holly was like, "I never knew you could run." I was like, all right, okay, well. So whenever she's like, I
don't think I've ever seen you run.
No, well,
I have. I've seen photos of you doing the marathon, but actually that just proves there's motion. It doesn't prove what speed.
It's not. There's not much speed to it, to be fair, but it's a juggernaut thing. But she was like chatting about people in her dance doing the worm, and she went, "Oh, your dad can do the worm." And then I did the worm. To be fair, I've never blown their minds more, or my vertebrae.
It is. Do you remember there used to be an advert? I think it was for bread or something. But it was like a middle-aged guy jumping over his fence every day.
Yes.
He was like, if I do it every day, I'll always be able to do it. But there must come a point when you go, I can't run anymore.
No, they're definitely happen.
Do you know what freaks me out? Not being, even though I don't do it that often, not being able to jump.
Can you not jump?
No, I can jump now. But there must come a time when you go, I can't jump.
Yeah. But you're old people eventually not able to walk.
I know. So boring. What a boring life.
Yeah. Speaking of boring, I think we've bored the people enough. Alan, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything you want to say?
Hey, fuck it, anything you want to say?
Anything you want to say there, big man?
Let me see, where are we?
Anything you want to fucking say there, big man? Not really. I mean, I have a podcast.
Boring.
If you like wrestling. called The Worst There Was.
No, you've two, don't you? What's the
Not
other
anymore.
one?
The
No.
Super Sexy Podcast. Well,
Yeah.
it's all still up there. If you like The Simpsons, me and Heather Anderson did 100 episodes of reviewing Simpsons.
How long was those episodes?
About half an hour, usually.
Wow, that's
While
over
me and
2
Rhoda do
days.
The Worst There Was, and we've done, like, say, 70 episodes. If you include Patreon, something like that, a bit more than that maybe. And they're like 2 to 3 hours usually, so it's a lot of...
Yeah, it's very specific, but if you like that.
If you like it. And also Kill Your Darlings comedy. It's a good gig.
It is a good gig. I enjoy it. I'll have to do some more things. Some fucking new shit today.
Well, we've loads coming. It's our
Yeah.
birthday next month.
Right.
9 years of
Can you
Kill Your
give me some
Darlings.
dates,
Yeah,
please?
yeah,
And I'll put
absolutely. I'll
them
do
in
that
my,
as soon
I'll put
as,
them in
the
my
camera's
diary.
up. Well, but when's this coming out?
Well, this is coming out this very Thursday.
Well,
it's
31st of January and also, again, the 7th of February, Saturday afternoon, the Black Box. 7th of February is the birthday, and it's actually nearly sold out already. So that's
wow, happy days. It's a pleasure. Well, if you want to see what else we're going to talk about, we're going to go and talk about Toasties on Patreon now, so you can jump on over there and see us over there for another wee follow-up. Thank you.
Toast it. Why did I do that?
SLY guy.